Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at some more ridiculous and out-of-control scenes from my 600-pound life. And I've got somebody with me who was previously 600 pounds. His name is Big T Bariatric, and he has a channel here on YouTube. How's it going, Tony?
Hey, man, thanks for having me on. I greatly appreciate it.
It's good to have you on this very special Halloween episode. I see that you have dressed up as...
Slash, I guess.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I love Slash. I used to listen to Guns N' Roses all the time, dude. That was one of my favorite bands growing up, so that's really awesome. I am Dr. Phil. No, I'm just kidding. I am a corrupt policeman. So don't get out of line or I will trump up some charges on you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This costume came with this hat, which I don't know if this is given police vibes or like grandma gardening vibes.
Maybe Canadian Mountie vibes, I guess.
Dude, they would never allow this level of deformity in the brim, dude. They have standards over there. I would like to think, okay? The Mounties are not putting up with that. These, though. All right.
That works.
Mess with these. Obviously, we're not going to wear it because look at the ring light. But so you have a channel here on YouTube about your experience having a gastric sleeve and the weight loss that you've had since then and all of your experiences. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I started my channel, I think, last November, so it's been almost a year since I started it. I really just wanted to chronicle my journey with my weight loss, and really once I started getting going with that, many people wanted me to start reacting to my 600-pound life clips or talking about the fat activists out there, and so it really kind of branched out from there. And I stopped talking about my journey as much, and really just I had no idea the fat activist community was out there, and so I just really started hammering them hard about all their lies and bull crap and everything else. So
before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb
to mustache.
Damn it, Tony, that's not a mustache. It's up here.
Ah, damn it.
All right, now we're down here. Give me a high five through the box. Okay, nice. Happy Halloween, everybody. All right, let's watch this.
Hands full here.
I look like a monster.
Oh my goodness. Dude, they got the camera angles on this show.
Beautiful, beautiful hunks of legs right there.
That's pretty rough, though, for her to say, I look like a monster. Did you feel like you look like a monster at your heaviest?
It's kind of weird because you sort of avoid looking at the mirror and you're never around people. You just want to stay by yourself and kind of retreat from the world. And so the only time I'd look at myself is, of course, when I walk into the bathroom, there's a mirror right there. And so I'll see myself, I'll kind of do a side view and look at how big my belly has gotten and everything else. And I'll regret everything for a moment. And then I'll go back into my own little world and forget all of it and keep eating. It's atrocious.
It's amazing how you can get used to it though, right?
You don't
even know. Maybe you see a photo of yourself from a third person perspective. You're like, who the hell's that guy?
Yeah, I'll look at photos and I'd never take pictures of myself though. And if we did a family photo, I'd be like, don't post it online, keep it to yourself. I don't even want to see it. Like I was so anti-me, I just did not want to confront myself with what I had done to myself. And so it gets very easy when you do that and you don't even know that you're gaining weight. I mean, it's weird to think about it that way. But once you get to a certain size, it's like when you put on 50 pounds, you don't even notice it. And so you just kind of can live in denial that way and not even realize what you're doing to yourself until you just get so big that your body just starts hurting and it never stops hurting. And then you're faced with the reality, if I don't change, then I'm going to die. And that's it.
Have you had any negative complications with the gastric sleeve?
Since I had it, no. I did have a few nights where I woke up where I was almost throwing up stomach acid. Like there's a lot of stomach acid, but that was only like 3 nights of the past year. So other than that, I've had no complications with the sleeve at all.
Overall, it just kind of feels like you just get full off of a very small volume of food.
Yeah, I'll eat just like...
You've changed the way that you eat though, right? You're not eating like fast food or whatever, just in much lesser amounts because that's all you can eat. Have you changed the way that you eat?
fast food and any kind of ordering out is really a waste of money. Because I did order out months ago, and I got like a 10-piece chicken nugget, and I got full after 3 nuggets, and so it really is just a waste of money anymore to order out. So yeah, I've really changed the way that I've been eating. And
well, from a nutritional standpoint as well, those nuggets aren't going to do much for you.
Yeah. I mean, but when I started working at the office, I work out now. They do order out quite a bit. They get donuts every morning, and sometimes I'm the one buying the donuts, and so it hasn't been as good lately, and I need to get back on that. But once you start working in an office with other people, you kind of get caught up in that type of eating. So I've been working on that the past few weeks, getting that out of my system.
Wait, you said you had some donuts?
I had a donut, yeah.
Dude, I swear to God.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm going to arrest you. I am the body positive police, Sheriff Cynical, as you can see. All right, so why don't you explain your costume to us a little bit?
Well, this is the result of being so fat that I can't find anything that I just found a wig, and I thought it was going to come with glasses, but it didn't. And
this is the result of fat phobia at the Halloween store.
Yeah.
Basically. They are fat phobic, so all you could find was a wig. Those bastards.
Yeah, that's it. I found a nice popping jacket shirt, and so...
Okay,
so I look like Slash, Rock On, right?
Dollar store Slash, No, I'm just kidding, man. And I am Sheriff Cynical, the body positive police. It's so official, dude. If you get pulled over by a cop with a handwritten name tag like that, that's how you know you're gonna wake up in somebody's basement somewhere, right?
Yep.
All right.
If I go missing, then you guys know where I'm at. Go to Cynical's house. I'm locked up in his basement for eating a donut.
I didn't already have this costume like stored in the back somewhere, suspiciously ready to go.
Do just about everything. All of the day-to-day tasks. Cooking a meal, walk my daughter to the playground.
Were you ever to the stage of needing the cornstarch? And did you have anyone to cornstarch you?
I didn't. I was still within reach. I got like long arms, so I could still reach myself. But yeah, there was times where, I mean, you sit there and you just smell absolutely horrible because there's yeast and mold and whatever growing out there.
You did have a thing of cornstarch.
Yeah, I have it. I don't have it with. Oh, it's right there on the floor. Just a big old body of body powder starch.
You know, I have some notes written here of questions to ask you, and they consist of cornstarch, belly plate, deep fry in bed. I'm sorry, man. I'm just but those are notes that are on there because I wanted to know if you did have to use the cornstarch, if you did ever take advantage of the belly plate, because I think you would be a fool if you didn't, if you have all this extra real estate. And also, did you ever deep fry in bed? Tell me you didn't deep fry in bed, please, for the love of God.
So starch, yes. The belly plate, of course. Even holding my nieces, they would use me like a playground and like roll over my stomach and onto the floor, and they thought it was
that
fun.
real estate.
But no, I had never fried in bed. No.
Okay, thank God. Deep frying, I haven't deep fried anything in my house in several years, but like just the thought of it, the layer of oil that it leaves on everything is freaking god awful. I can't believe how often I used to do that. And I used to live in a much smaller place to where the kitchen was right by the front door, so the coat rack was right there. So all of your jackets and stuff were just stank to hell of like deep fried oil, man. Oh my God, it's gross.
And when you're that big, you're not very mobile, and I'm surprised nobody has flung oil all over themselves from their bed fryer. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that's like not very safe, dude. Like, let me prop up this thing of boiling hot oil next to the place where I sleep. Nothing could go wrong here, dude, right?
Just about everything. All of the day-to-day tasks. Cooking a meal, walk my daughter to the playground. All the things that people take for granted are very difficult for me to do.
Paula is living in a self-made prison, as her weight has made it all but impossible to even do the most mundane of tasks.
The kids really are the ones who take care of the house.
We have another one of those situations where they have the kids It's one thing to be caught up in your own addiction, but then when you start making your kids do all this stuff for you, that really sucks for
Yeah.
them. They have to grow up quick, you know.
At this weight, I am heavily dependent on my children.
Lift your foot up. Oh, I can't reach your feet.
Man, I can't imagine what that must feel like. Every mother in the world wants to take care of their children, but Paula is simply incapable of doing that at her size.
I wish that I had been taught that food literally was fuel, that this is what you put in your body to make it go. But I don't eat just for fuel. I eat for enjoyment.
Therein lies the problem. Do you think that you were eating because of emotional problems that you have? And if so, are you working on those?
Yeah, really, it's less of a willpower issue and more of an issue of dealing with emotions. Most of the people who were 600, 700 pounds dealt with some sort of abuse. And I was mentally, physically, and sexually abused as a kid. And so I learned pretty early on to start eating to make myself feel better. That's the only enjoyment I got out of life when I was growing up.
I'm
And when
really
you
sorry to hear that, man.
when you start eating that way, it's like taking any other type of drug, and I talk about that on my channel quite a bit. And you become addicted to it. You rely on it, and just like when you start taking drugs, it's like, okay, well, one pill is fine for a little bit, then you need 2 pills, then you need 3 pills. And food is the same way. Your portions get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it doesn't satisfy you as much, so you need more food on your plate. And so, yeah, food really became something of an emotional crutch. And I really turned to food if I wanted to celebrate, if I was sad and depressed, if I was having a stressful day. Like, food was the thing I kept running to emotionally to pick me back up. And, before you know it, you just get to a point where it's like, you're going to die.
So are you doing any sort of counseling to take care of the emotional problems that caused this to begin with?
Yeah, that's why I really enjoyed getting it into the program that I did. It's, when I tried to do it on my own, I kept failing and failing. So when I got into a program, the bariatric program, they had therapy and psychologists and a dietitian to help me work through the issues. And they told me how to choose better foods. And, the first few months wasn't even, we're going to put you on a caloric deficit and you're going to stick with it. It was, let's teach you how to eat better, and let's help you make better decisions with what you're eating. Swap out this for that. And so, that's why I often tell people, if you're struggling with your weight, you can get the help that you need. Stop trying to do it on your own. Stop trying to be a hero. I mean, there's no shame in asking for help and getting the therapy that you need.
Just like any other addiction, there's no shame in asking for help.
Yeah.
A lot of people just lack the knowledge, or they're eating for emotional reasons. So they're going to need some outside help, and there's no shame in that whatsoever.
Okay, one trip to the supermarket and we're already seeing why Paula is, fueling up beyond capacity. A liter of soda should never be your favorite, and something tells me that
She just starts chugging that soda. You're like, man, she's really stocking up on soda. And then she just starts drinking it right there.
Yeah, she brings a couple empty bottles to the register.
They're like, what happened? Like, ma'am, you were only in there for like 20 seconds. What happened? She's like, shut up.
the rest of the trip isn't going to be any smoother.
I love food. I don't just like food. I love food. I have a relationship with food.
All right. Do you want to be alone with food for a moment? Do you need a moment? That's the messed up thing, though, is that like these people love food, but it's not really food. Like, you know what I mean? Like you said, having a nutritionist, one of the first things you learn is how to eat properly.
Yeah.
Once you stop eating this stuff, you'll stop craving it.
It's really sad because on a lot of these episodes, they choose their food over their partners. And so food to them is more sex than anything else because they're not having sex with their partners. They're too big for that. So they rely on food for that emotional stability, and they do have a literal relationship with their food.
It's messed up how you use the thing that you're addicted to soothe the consequences of your addiction. Your addiction is making you huge and it's hurting you. And the only thing that makes you feel better is to eat, which is making you even bigger. It's messed up. It's like I've said, like having a deviated septum from doing cocaine. You're like, the only thing that numbs the pain is more cocaine. A vicious cycle.
Very much so.
When it tastes good, you get this feeling that it's like it's a happy place. When I didn't have support of people or family members, food was still there.
Okay, so that was a pretty safe bet. but it's still crazy to see Paula go after so much bad food. We've got multiple bottles of soda, pudding, snack packs, mac and cheese, and that's just scratching the surface. I mean,
dude, I could eat so many of those freaking snack packs. I was never like more than 60 or 70 pounds overweight, but even now I can eat an unlimited amount of any sort of pudding. What about you? Like,
Well,
just
now
pudding, any sort of pudding, dude. We'll go even butterscotch. We'll go butterscotch. We'll go caramel. We'll go chocolate. Whatever, dude.
yeah, when I was going through my phase after my diet, and you could only have liquids and stuff like that, like snack packs were some of the things that I could eat, and I would eat, probably 5 of them per day, because that and Jello, because you were on a liquid diet and that's all you could have. But yeah, those stuffs are tremendously good.
Pistachio pudding. Oh my god, I could eat a freaking gallon of that. Like, we won't even be measuring it in weight. We'll start measuring it in liquid measurements. Okay, give me a gallon of that.
In the bathtub, come on.
Just hook it to my veins. Like, that doesn't taste anything like a pistachio. You know what it really is? The flavor of pistachio pudding is actually almond and vanilla. You know that?
Probably.
And then there's little bits of pistachio nuts in there. It tastes nothing like a pistachio.
I've got a hunch that most of those are food, and most of the food is unhealthy.
I've gone to the
Why would you think that the food is unhealthy, my good sir? How dare you?
doctor. I'm just trying to stick to my diet, but it's hard. The doctor is hesitant.
What was that on the counter, dude?
That looked like a blurred out McDonald's bag to me.
Okay, I think that was a blurred out McDonald's bag. For a second there, I started to think that that was a bag of flour, and I was really getting alarmed. I was like, no, you're not about to reach into that bag of flour right now, madam. Step back from the brink of madness.
The doctor is hesitant to do.
Don't make me release Big T on you right now, lady. He'll just go slap that right out of your hand. He's like, I'm Slash from his drugged out years. Sorry. Can't take me anywhere, bro.
Surgery on people that he can't check up on.
I've decided if I'm going to dedicate myself to this, that I need to move to Houston to be closer to Dr. Zarden's office.
What? You gotta move to Houston. Why do so many people move to be closer to Dr. Now? That's one of his stipulations. What is he, starting a cult secretly over there? I don't like how many people have to move to Houston all of a sudden to be closer to Dr. Now. Is that like one of his requirements secretly? He's starting some weird cult out there where he moves you out there to lose weight, and then you actually end up working in the cornfields for 20 years. That old story. What do you think, Slash?
I think at the time there wasn't a lot of bariatric surgeons that would go up to their type of weight, and so moving to Houston, it really is a year-long process where you have to stay close to your doctor, have regular weigh-ins, stay close to a therapist if you need to.
So
Now,
this
I
is
think-
not some bizarre cult.
Yeah, I think
It would
now
have been a
there
lot
are
spookier for the Halloween episode. You should have just played along. Damn it.
now there are more bariatric surgeons. Mine required me to get below 600 before he would do surgery on me. But Dr. Now, I think he's done surgeries that were over 600, 700 pounds, in an emergency type situation. So yeah, I didn't understand that at first. Why would you make a move to Houston? That only adds more stress to the situation. Then you have to have a family member come with you, so everybody's like upending their life and going down there, which
Yeah, that's a
complicates it
major
even
commitment,
more.
man. But that just shows how bad it is. And that just shows how ridiculous some of the fat activists are, right? There
Yeah.
are people right now that have gotten so large that the systemic discrimination is hurting them so badly that they're willing to sell their house and move their entire life to Houston, which is a humid son of a bitch. Okay? Houston is a muggy bastard. They're willing to go there. It must be bad, dude. Okay? It's not the systemic anything, right? Was it the systemic yada 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 that was causing your knee pain, Mr. Big T?
Nope, it was my weight. I literally woke up, and that was one of the reasons why I decided to okay, I need to do this. Like, I woke up one morning and my knees were on fire. I didn't know what it was, and it would not go away. And I'm like, it's got to be my weight. It's crushing down on the ligaments and everything else, and I'm probably bone on bone right now. I mean, now I'm in the 400s after losing 200 pounds, and when I get up, it's still difficult to get up, and putting all that weight on my knees and on my bearing joints and everything else. Like, I can't imagine. Like, I'm like, how did I do this when I was almost 700 pounds?
Yeah, that's completely insane. Once you lose all the weight, your legs are going to be crazy strong. You're going to be able to just jump up onto a roof. You know, guys, check this out. Boom! I used to be 700 pounds. Boom!
That's one of the things that I face, though. I'm probably gonna have to have both my knees replaced, as well as skin removal surgery. So there's still a lot of work that has to be done, once I get the rest of this weight off.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you're definitely going to have to be not eating any more donuts.
That's
The
true.
longer you go without eating the donuts, the less you're going to crave stuff like that. You know, it's like
I've drawn the line in the sand. Like I bought them because I wanted to fit in with the coworkers, but I'm like, I don't care about that anymore. Like I
Oh,
can't
dude.
keep doing this. It's a waste of money, and
one of the hurdles that you're going to have to learn to deal with in weight loss is dealing with people around you acting like you're some kind of weirdo because you don't want to eat the stuff that they want to eat. They're like, come on, man, have the cake. They're like, we're all surrounded by a bunch of Virgie Tovars, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man, have the piece of cake. Oh, you want a smaller piece of cake? Oh, look at this person. Like, it's like, you're just going to have to learn to ignore all these people. They're a bunch of haters, okay?
Yeah.
They don't want us to be hot. That's the problem, okay? So they can go ahead and eat their cake. Let them eat cake, and we will not eat cake. And we're just going to have to learn to ignore their judgment because for some reason in the workplace and in public, there's always people that act like you're a weirdo because you don't want to eat all this wacky food. Like, come on, man, join us. Like, I don't want to eat cupcakes, Becky. All right, Becky. I'm sorry. I keep bringing the name Becky into these. There's a couple of Beckys in the comments. They're like, dude, the fuck? All right, bro.
Forward a bit now, and Paula has decided that she's gonna move to Houston to be closer to Dr. Now and show him just how serious she is about the weight loss. Honestly, I love that. It shows real devotion to change and how much she is willing to sacrifice for the weight loss.
And we're going to
It does show a lot of devotion. Let's see how much stuff they're packing. Because one time I saw them moving out there and they only had like this tiny ass little U-Haul. And I was like, what? Sell the rest of the stuff?
Hamburgers and hot dogs and barbecue chicken.
Love hamburgers.
I like hamburgers too.
Alan and I have been
Hey, we all love hamburgers, dude.
together for a really long time.
Okay, never mind, I get it. You need to say your goodbyes to the family, but you don't need to eat that type of food when you're moving south to try to lose weight.
Well, where is she getting those hamburgers from? Because if she's getting them from a fast food joint, I would say, yeah, don't eat them. But if you're making them at home, there's nothing wrong with the burger, dude.
Maybe she at least practices portion control.
Hot dogs and hamburgers.
Every time that there's an event or a family gathering, we have
Okay, I guess they made those themselves. I think so.
lots of food.
I associate food with every good moment. It's going to be hard to break that habit.
It is going to be hard to break the habit, but a lot of people get confused. They're like, I gotta eat to live. But just as an alcoholic doesn't have to drink alcohol to live, they can drink water.
Paula, are you getting excited?
I am.
Okay, never mind. Yes, the food looks delicious and everyone loves barbecue, but this is exact opposite of what you should be doing. Keep in mind, she's
What do you mean? We shouldn't be eating barbecue? I disagree with that. I think everybody should eat barbecue. How dare you come after our barbecue, bro? What do you think? You love barbecue?
I absolutely love barbecue. I used to live in Houston area, and the only thing that would bring me back to Texas is the barbecue.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Absolutely.
She's already met with Dr. Now. She knows what she's supposed to be doing, and yet she's still making these terrible food choices.
And I'm usually here alone most of the day.
I had to remember how to tie a tie for this costume. I hope YouTube is happy. Please subscribe. I tied a tie.
It's lonely. That's why I love eating with my family. It makes me feel, a part of something. Not alone.
Stephanie is too big to do much of anything, so she spends most of her time alone unless she's enjoying
It looks like a family ordeal right there.
a meal with her family.
The smell's making me more hungry.
Yeah, I don't know how much.
Dude, you got to get those smells out of the damn house, right? You might not even be hungry, and all of a sudden somebody's cooking in the other room. You're like, oh, dude, will you cut it out in there?
Yeah, this looks like it's a snack before dinner's ready because you can't wait that long.
Some pancakes as a snack. The old between meal pancakes. Let me whip up some batter real quick, hon. Classic.
How much syrup you want on there?
I'm constantly thinking about food.
There you go.
I love just how delicious it tastes.
All right, now, so she's got some pancakes and some waffles right there. Pancakes are far inferior to waffles. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree only because I'm afraid of what you'll do to me if I don't. No,
There will
but
be no consequences.
I feel how like it melts away my thought.
You know, Stephanie, if you
It melts away my thoughts. Oh my God, man, those pancakes be hitting different, son. Oh my God. She's like seeing colors and shit. She's like, I hear colors and see sounds and shit, dude. Damn. I like waffles just because they're crispier, right? That's my whole thing. Like you got, and like it's genius. You got so many different crispy layers. It's just not one. It's not one stupid, simple, crispy, one-dimensional plane, dude. We got like a 5-dimensional. We're traveling through several crispy layers, dude. And there's also little cubbies for the freaking butter and syrup to reside within. Clearly, I've thought about this a lot. You can like pancakes, though. It's okay, bro.
now that you mention it, it is better. All the syrup just flies off the pancakes, but the waffle has all those little cups to hold it. That makes
I don't know
sense.
if I would say the syrup flies off the pancakes, but
Crispiness is better, yeah. I agree with you now. You
But
converted me.
You don't have to agree with me, man. It's not a prerequisite of being on this show to agree with me. Although there was that contract that you signed that said that you did have to agree with me. That was just for fun.
I don't want to get sued, so waffles are better.
That's part of the non-disclosure agreement. You shouldn't mention it.
time with your family at a meal, you should choose to eat slower instead of eating those massive portions. I mean, come on now, the first plate is loaded with waffles, and it sure looks like she...
Okay, all right, let's take a look at what we got here, Big T. What do you think of this breakfast? I am loving all of those sausages and bacon on the left. I'll kill that right now. Let's go. What do you think?
Looks absolutely delicious. But what I think is funny is it took like 3 people to bring her breakfast.
She's got like waiters in her house. They're like putting it up the arm and whatnot. She's trained her family in food preparation and food delivery.
This is where the enabling comes in though too, because the family at any point could have said, no.
You guys didn't have to like be like, yes, Majesty, we'll bring you some clean silverware right away. She's like, this is cold, and sending it back and whatnot. Like, you guys didn't have to treat her like she was king of the world, you know?
Now the family's like, now that we got her breakfast made, now it's time to make our breakfast. And it's probably a lot less than that for the rest of the family.
They're all fatigued by this point and like just passed out on the couch. They're like, we're too tired to make our own food now. They just keep losing weight. She just keeps gaining weight. Damn it.
She's trying to empty that bottle of syrup. After that, we followed it up with another massive plate filled to capacity with bacon.
All right, what is that? Is that a big old piece of ham right there, dude? Oh my goodness. That's like a slice right off the bone. That's that good ham right there. That's not that nonsense injected with water ham. That's that straight off the bone ham like grandma used to get, dude. Okay, this honestly, what she's eating right here for her size, this is like damn near all protein, dude. I'm seeing ham, I'm seeing eggs, I'm seeing sausage and bacon. I'm only seeing 3 small pancakes. Those look like small pancakes to me, unless her hand is like a foot across, which I don't think it is. Nobody's that comically large.
And sausage. And because all of that wasn't enough, we've just got to have another plate with eggs and what I can only assume is some kind of breakfast pie. Granted,
breakfast pie. What? Bro, I think that wasn't that a big piece of ham laying atop the eggs? Am I hallucinating? Hold on.
It looks like ham to me.
Okay, I could see how his eyes would see that as pie. You know how sometimes you look at something and like your brain doesn't conceive of what it is, so you think it's something completely off. I could see how he would think that, but I'm pretty certain that is ham, and that's a fat ring across the bottom right there.
Yeah,
and it's just like folded in like that. I'm pretty certain.
The sad thing is that she's 1 plate away from actually doing keto, so she's almost there.
Right? Yeah, lady, you were so close, dude. Oh my goodness. Headed down the right path.
Another plate with eggs and what I can only assume is some kind of breakfast pie. Granted,
if that's a pie, then that's egregious as hell. But I don't think that's a pie, dude. I've seen some crazy things. I haven't seen somebody put a pie atop a pile of eggs, right? Like it's like an apple pie just chilling atop a plate of eggs. I haven't seen that yet.
If there's such thing as a breakfast pie, I'm only angry that they made that after I got skinny. So
I've heard of a breakfast pizza.
Wheels.
I know. I'll grab the basket and
Dude, I can't believe that these scooters can hold these crazy amounts of weight.
Well, you might have to push me up the hill.
We might have to push her up the hill. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're going to break that damn scooter.
Stephanie's going to the supermarket, and it's never a good sign when the motorized cart doesn't have the horsepower to move you along.
Hey man, the battery was low on that cart. We all know that. The light was blinking, man.
I mean,
and that's barely even an incline. Like, what kind of hill are they on? Like, that's ridiculous.
those things are designed for the weight of people and groceries after all, and she hasn't even added the stuff to the cart yet.
We go to the bakery first?
okay,
I'm gonna look at the cakes.
they have them.
Go to the bakery first. No. When you say, can I go to the bakery first? I'm going to have to say, no. I would say the place that you want to avoid the most is the bakery. You don't want to go there first. And I swear to God, if she busts into a pastry before they leave this store, Big T bariatric, I'm going to have a heart attack.
That's where that breakfast pie is at, probably.
Stephanie, I hate to break it to you, but starting out with the cakes is what led to your little weight problem in the...
What do you mean? That's not what caused any problems. Everybody goes to the cake first. She's fine, dude.
It's the fat-phobic cart that's causing me to be fat, not the cakes. Come on, man.
The cart, the wheel on the right side of the cart was defective, so it didn't spin as fast. So it was like, it's pulling to the right. You know when you get that cart that pulls to the right, you always end up in the bakery.
Yep,
Happens.
always.
first place, and it certainly won't make your next car ride any easier.
Okay, anything else I can reach?
Right there, the fudge.
This?
Yes.
Okay.
When I feel
No. If you can't reach it yourself, you can't have it.
Again, this is where the enabling comes in. Like, she needs somebody to go with her, a whole extra cart she's pushing along, and someone to grab all the stuff for her. If she was told to go do this herself, she'd get a little bit of exercise, and she'd probably realize that, hey, I'm on my own. Maybe if I lose a little bit of weight, I can actually go grocery shopping for myself.
It's like on the shelf that's one step right above her head. You see that? It's
Yeah.
literally one. She could absolutely reach that, dude. She does not have to enlist others to help her with it, with this process, dude. This is getting ridiculous.
That's too much exercise.
I don't want to be there no more. I want to go somewhere to where I know nobody's at and eat stuff I shouldn't eat. Ice cream is my favorite.
All right, and then the pizza over there.
Did she say ice cream was her favorite? What was your favorite? Like, just screw my hopes and dreams food. Just the most tasty, like, screw everything type of food. What was yours?
I would say either pizza or cookies and cream ice cream.
Oh, dude, ice cream. I think ice cream is one that a lot of us could just go completely insane with, right? There's no end point. That doesn't really fill you up. It just kind of melts into your stomach and gives you a good, nice, cool, delicious feeling. Dude, I could really become obese if I let myself in.
Oh yeah, on that side.
On your dick.
Dude, they're always trying to blur out all the products in the background. They're like, no, this stuff doesn't make you 600 pounds. No. Like, dude, stop.
That's all you want?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, and the cakes were just the tip of the iceberg. In less than a minute of showtime, we saw Stephanie go after fudge, ice cream, pizza, and chips. And I'm sure that
Fudge, ice cream, pizza, and chips. Stephanie, what are you doing?
cart is loaded and filled with plenty of other unhealthy choices that weren't shown.
There's your pizza.
My life's completely out of control.
What the heck? What was that next to the pizza? Was that just a breadstick?
Yeah, it looked like crazy bread or something.
To me, it looked like some kind of weird, like, hoof or something. I don't know.
But I know I need to lose the weight so I can live longer, be healthy.
Apparently, a hard day's work is going to the supermarket, and that just means that you have to get yourself pizza for dinner. Now, the footage makes it seem like she practiced a bit of self-control as she only eats 4 slices, but that's still a lot.
Oh, stop, dude. I could eat way more than 4 slices myself.
That's amateur, man. That's probably just round 1.
Yeah, that is round 1. Pizza does come in rounds. Like, you eat a round 1, and then you might sit back a little bit, be like, all right, let me let that soak in. And then you get your second wind, and you're like, all right, bro, let's go, round 2. Absolutely. It's like a buffet, man. You do go at it in rounds, man.
Well, when I was at my heaviest, I would absolutely down an entire pizza for dinner, large pizza, and I'd be hungry later on.
Oh yeah, dude, that's nothing. Dude. I was never as large as you or any of these people, and I could eat a large pizza myself at a certain point, dude. It involves copious amounts of alcohol. For some reason, those alcohol munchies hit even harder than munchies from other substances. I think it made my stomach numb or something. Just keep going, dude. Wake up the next morning, like I've talked about before, doing forensic evidence in the garbage can. You're like, oh man, what did I eat yesterday? You're like, oh no, I ate that. Oh no, I ate that. Oh, dude. Oh, what was I doing?
Especially when you factor in everything else that she's been eating all day long.
Here you go, Mama.
Oh my God, he just like teleported through that door right there. What the hell? That's when you know things are really getting bad. So you know mom's really got a weight problem when you start teleporting through the door.
with pie.
Thank you. Yep.
No, you didn't just hand her a pie or some crap while she's laying there in the bed, dude. Get out of here.
Need help.
And yeah, bedside cake.
Oh, cake. Okay. So you used to utilize the chest plate as well as the belly plate?
Oh yeah. I mean, it was there.
Nice.
Might as well use it.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. It's called making lemonade when life gives you lemons and you make the best of the situation.
Absolutely.
Who am I to tell you no?
And that's about all we have time for today. What was your favorite scene?
Probably when she's at the supermarket and she needed 2 whole carts, and then her friend was probably like, all right, time to go shopping for myself.
My favorite part was when she needed assistance to get something off of the shelf when it was just right there above her head. All right, hold on. Let me see if I have any wrap-up questions here. How long ago did you get your gastric sleeve?
It was almost exactly a year ago, October 18th last year.
And you said that you've lost like 200 pounds since getting it?
Yeah, I've lost about 200 pounds, about 221 or so.
Nice, dude. Nice. And would you recommend the gastric sleeve to other people?
I don't think the surgery is for everybody. I don't think everybody should go out and get it. There's people who is 50 pounds overweight and going to get the sleeve. I don't think that's necessary. But if you are really morbidly obese and you're like this person and you're stuck in your chair and you can't get up and do anything, you should consider it, but it's still a lot of work. It's not the easy way out that a lot of people say it is. You still have to say no. You still have to lose a bit of weight before you get the surgery. And yeah,
they still make you lose weight ahead of time, right? Like, not just to make you safer for the surgery, but to also prove that you can stick to a new, healthier diet. Because if you don't change the way that you eat, it's not going to work, right?
Yeah, the surgery is just a tool. You still need to work on what's up here. You need to get the mental part of it right. You need to get the therapy to help with the emotional part of it. So if you're struggling with your weight, don't be afraid to get into the program. Even if you decide you don't want to get the surgery, because it's scary. Like, you're scared of dying on the table because the bigger you are, the more risky the surgery is. And so, like, I had my gallbladder out the year before I had my sleeve surgery, and I stopped breathing on the table. And so it was terrifying to go back and do another surgery, but I had lost enough weight that, you know, there was no complications with the next surgery. But, you know, the less you weigh when you get the surgery, the safer it is. So they do require you to lose some weight. But like I was saying, if you go in just to get the therapy and to speak with a dietitian for a period of time, that will be much more helpful for you doing that than just trying to do it on your own. But people get so stubborn that they think they could do it and defeat their own willpower when it's when it's an addiction that they're fighting, and they don't realize that it's up here more than it's physical.
Yeah, there's absolutely no shame in getting outside help for your addiction. What does a typical dinner look like for you?
Lately, it's been like a lean cuisine. And that's because I'm going to college full time, and I'm doing an internship at my church. And so I have no time. So I'm pretty much just grabbing frozen dinner, lean cuisine, maybe a bag of popcorn, something like that. I think
you should do meal prep like a bodybuilder would do. Like, do a nice big meal ahead of time and then freeze it so that you can defrost it and eat it throughout the week.
That's what people have been telling me, do like crock pot meals or something.
I have some chuck roast tacos, dude, that will blow you away. They're so good, they'll make you want to uppercut your grandma. So you know that's real good.
Well, if you want my address to send me some of that, I will give it to you when we're off.
I will give you the recipe, or you can come to the Discord and get it, and here's a link now.
And I got to tell you, I'm part of his Discord, and it's a lot of fun in there, so go join.
It is a lot of fun. You should come join the Discord. You can get the recipe for my chuck roast tacos. There's workout advice in there and various other channels. It's a lot of fun. You guys should check it out. You should subscribe to Tony's channel because he has previously been 700 pounds and he's losing weight, and he has a lot of interesting viewpoints to counter the fat activist movement, and he also reacts to my 600-pound life. I'd really like to thank you for being on the show, and I would like to wish everybody a happy Halloween. Ooh, subscribe to the channel and subscribe to his channel too. A link to his channel will be in the description below. Be sure to subscribe. Happy Halloween, everybody. Please click the like button. 1 like equals 1 mustache comb. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.